Illinois educators. Thank you for stopping by my page. I just wanted to share a brief demo with you, just a very quick tutorial of where to really get started with Studies Weekly and why you would do that. I'm going to do it very quickly. I know you don't have a lot of time, so I think that I can make you dangerous. So here we go. What you'll do is you'll log in. This is your username. So you'll type www.studiesweekly.com. And then once you're there, you'll see a login button at the top right. And then you'll come here. It'll bring you to this page, and you'll put in IL teacher for Illinois teacher. And then your password is all lowercase demo, D-E-M-O. D as in dog, demo. And then you'll log in. And this is going to bring up all of it's a demo account, so you're going to be able to see a lot of the different resources from kindergarten through sixth grade. So if I was a fourth grade teacher, I would come in here, I'd click my fourth grade publication, and this would be the same for every other grade, and then you would see all of the weekly units that are part of that fourth grade year, up to 28 on this one. So you'll see all these. Now maybe your curriculum maps might be a little bit different. Your week 12 might be in week 9. You can shift it up and down. That's something we've just added, and seems to be catching on pretty well. So that's one thing you can do. Below all of these are other resources. You can actually look at the standard correlations that are related to the Illinois state standards. Come in here, check them out. You can click on any one of them, and it's going to pull up a list. It's going to give you a definition of that standard, and then it'll give you all the other weeks that that standard is being covered in. This one's got looks like quite a few, so that's also very helpful to see that alignment. So if I am a teacher, how would I use Studies Weekly? Well, I would come in and first of all, excuse me, I can look at the week that I'm teaching. Let's say it's week 5, and I can see that I can activate a test, I can edit tests, I can look at test scores, but I want to make sure that I'm covering specific standards. So I'm looking at the standards here, kind of getting an idea of what they are. We've got them right at that level, and then I would click here just to kind of see where I would be per this article, what resources are available per this article, and what we have aligned per this article. So this is an article. This is the weekly unit. There's several articles in here, it looks like. And so let's look at this one here, the Mound Builders of Illinois. So if we look at this, there's primary sources excuse me, that are right on the front page that are part of that publication. You can scroll over, and whatever is related to that, there will be more on there as well. But the reader, the online reader or read aloud, is very useful in the classrooms as well. And children who, if you've got labs or need to do independent reading or something, this is good for them as well. But this is how this works. You'd click play.
This week, we're studying exciting, mysterious periods of Illinois history.
That's a really cool feature. We've also just added the highlighting function for the closed reading, so that your children can look at the text, highlight the text, have an understanding of it, annotate, and all those things that are pertinent to them in those 4 C's, that critical thinking component of we want them to understand what it is they're reading. What does that mean? What is that word? What, the vocabulary words, learning those. We've got a list of those as well. So here is, right here in the middle, as I scroll down, this is the article, and then right below it are leveled questions that the children can answer as they've read it. There's coins that they earn as they answer these questions. But right below it all, there's more information for the teachers to help them out. So, this would be go over the first quarter objective questions that you might have or might need to bring up to the children. We're adding more and more resources here. So we've got the literature connections as well. We've put those on here. We've got worksheets that are part of this weekly unit. It's the assessment, and if there's any resources available. So this one does have content videos. There's 2 videos that are aligned to this article, and what's neat about that is you can do as a group reading, or like I said, independent as well. As you've finished reading this and done the read aloud, and they would have their online print as well with them, they can read it, but there's bonus resources. You would click on the bonus resources that are related to that specific week, and here you see some that are part of this article, and you can see that there's houses here on these mountains, and then this is where you would engage your children and asking them, hey, what do you see? What does that look like? You know, and let them kind of formulate. And then there's a primary source analysis tool on what they're seeing, what they're observing, reflect on what they're seeing, ask questions of it. Now, and let's do some research, and then we can go into the product and research even more. We go back to the articles. So that's just one way. The other thing that I want to briefly describe is right here, the search function. You can type in literally anything. Let's say Ruby Bridges or Rosa. Let's do Rosa Parks. We had Ruby in our office several months ago, but Rosa Parks, and we type that in. It's going to bring up all the information that would be related to her, all the articles. Looks like to me there's 9 videos, 10 images. If we were to click on any one of these, we could actually go in. There's a virtual field trip that we've done for Rosa. Here's a primary source that I would like to play just a few things here for just a second. We've got alternate languages that can be done, and you can actually download these videos as well.
One December day in 1955, Rosa Parks climbed aboard a city bus. At that time, the first 4
So
Roosevelts...
it'll go through, it'll explain her experience, and it's actually got her voice in there. We've actually got the fingerprints, the actual arrest records. It's pretty neat on what we've done there. So it'll be very impactful for your students. As they go through, also, I want to be very clear as well that the kids, they have to test well. So we've got test questions, we've got statistics. You can go look at the questions. How are your children engaging? You can look at each one of them specific and individual, or you can look at them as a group in general. Maybe there's a specific standard they're missing more than others, and that way you can kind of look at what you might need to reteach. You can actually edit an assessment test itself. You can go in and add new questions. Here's the question types that you can add. You can delete the ones we have. You can restore it. But we want you guys to have the control. It's here and helpful for you. And if somebody's highlighted information within the text, it'll bring that up here too. So it'll relate to what they're what they've highlighted on that specific article. Last thing here, I think this is pretty good that you can actually go in and start messing around with this and have fun, enjoy it. Use the primary source, search for things. There's going to be science material, other resources in there as well that you normally wouldn't think there are. So go check it out and find out. So I'm going to take you really quickly back into the 4th grade at the very bottom of the standards, and this would be for every grade, or not standards, articles. This would be at every grade level. You're going to see more resources for other publications. You've got the teacher supplement that you can download and view here. But if I click here, it's going to take me to a whole complete different place where we've got 18 instructional strategies in relation to Studies Weekly in the classroom, and I would advise to go through those and look at them and watch them. Kim Mogileski is the teacher that is actually instructing in those videos, and is very, very effective and would be very helpful for you guys to see. So you can come in here, right here, you can see these are researched best practices, circle maps, display tray exit tickets. Go watch the PD on them, and that'll help you out as well. the K6 General Resources. You can come down here. There's also, we've got digital developments where we've got tools that you can go into or links that you can go into for specific tools, just different things that we've tried to put right here for you to make it as easy as possible to save you as much time as possible. We want to be very supportive. There's a primary source analysis tool for your lesson plans you can go through, but check that out as well. I believe that should get you going. You got the PD, and then come and explore. Please explore and use this search function up here. If there's something you want to go into the classroom with for your kids tomorrow, I'd advise use it. Try it out and enjoy it. Everything that you see here has been vetted, it's safe, and it's related to the articles. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this.